Hello, everyone. Today we're going to be talking about Lexis. And if this is not a familiar word for you, it's one of the approaches that we strongly believe will make your English program more effective in your schools. So what is Lexis? Lexis is derived from the Greek word for word, and it means all the words in the language, all the vocabulary. Plato and Aristotle spoke of lexis in terms of how words or groups of words or really units of words or units of vocabulary can be used together and their meaning. So what's the difference between vocabulary and lexis? Well, our language is made up of sounds and then words and then sentences. And so vocabulary are the words alone. This is a typical word wall where there's just words. Lexis is a bit broader. It really refers to units of words. So for example, not only the word themselves, but the elements above and below. So step is one thing and step up is different. So that's lexis. Conscious and unconscious, or units like raise your hand. And even more than that, it also refers to collocations and chunks and expressions like black coffee, or I haven't seen you for ages, or if I were you, I would, whatever, which used to be taught as a conditional, but can be taught as a formula. So why is this important in language acquisition? It is because it helps children to communicate better. Here is a lexical field related to weather, and here are lexical chunks referring to weather. Now, I don't need to explain the grammar. It's basically the use of the language. I'm cold, I'm freezing, I'm hot. I don't have to explain it. Also, it's sunny, or not, it's got to be sunny, or I've got a tan. So it's basically formulas that children learn without really learning the grammar the old-fashioned way. All of that has to do with communicative language teaching, which many of you are already doing, perhaps without even knowing it. When you teach the kids, how are you, and good morning, and where do you live, you're not really teaching them, do you live, I do, he does. You don't teach that, you just teach them the expression. Or if you tell them, I'd like to eat some ham sandwiches, or I'd like to visit you, you're not going to teach it as a conditional, but as a language chunk expressing desire. So that is the use of the language. And more experts are saying that the lexis, that learning those language chunks, learning those formulas, learning the vocabulary careful units will get the kids to communicate better than learning grammar. Grammar, all it is really is speaking and writing correctly. But even if you don't do it correctly at the beginning, you are still communicating. So here are some ideas to increase the lexis of your students during the pandemic. Start a lexis or a vocabulary notebook, a personal dictionary of these expressions. All you have to do is look online, or just a plain notebook, write ABC, have the kids write ABC all the way down, and start putting in their personal words. There are many examples, personal dictionaries. Here are some of them, and I'm sure you can adapt that to what is happening in your classrooms and with your students. But this is a good idea during the pandemic. So number one, personal dictionaries. Number two, read. You can read an awesome reader and writer. You can also, if you have BE+Live, you know you have the wonderful resource of Mayon, more than 5,000 books. So get the kids to read, and then they could use or write words in their personal dictionary. So that's all for today. We'll continue with more tips every week for you, and do let us know if there's anything specific that you would like us to address. Take care, be safe, take care of yourselves. Bye.